This is going to be a knacker of a video for a lot of reasons. Mostly because I'm not qualified to be doing this, but what the hell? It's YouTube. It's all in good fun. This is my video of my top 5 Charlotte Hornets moments of 2019. So let's get started. Number 5 on my list, me becoming a Hornets fan. And it's all because of Kemba Walker. His departure, not because Kemba left. I wish he was still on this team, but it's because of how people were talking about the Hornets after Kemba left. It was so much negativity. I'm like, it can't be that bad. And I started paying closer attention to the franchise, what they did this summer, and I decided, look, I've been here 4 years. I haven't cared about the Hornets until now. I'm here to go all in, and I thought, why the hell not? Why not upload it to YouTube and document every crazy step along the way? And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I'm very grateful because this season has been really fun, as I'll get into as this video goes on. For the longtime Hornets fans out there, me being on the bandwagon is a very good thing. I've been very fortunate in my sports fandom in my lifetime because I've seen all of my teams win. The St. Louis Cardinals twice. The St. Louis Rams, God rest their souls. I'm counting the Blues. They just won the Stanley Cup. I'm not a hockey guy, but I'm counting that too. And even my favorite team over in Europe, Manchester City. So winning is something that kind of comes with my fandom. So you're welcome, Charlotte fans. My number 4 moment of 2019 for this franchise, the drafting of this man. With the 12th overall pick in the 2019 draft, PJ Washington became a Charlotte Hornets player. Now, there's some interesting responses to it at the time. Everyone was saying it was pretty much exactly like Miles Bridges. I think I saw one comp that said he was a Marcus Morris type, which is whatever. Like, being another Miles Bridges isn't bad. Being a Marcus Morris isn't bad, but neither of those things are exciting. What this guy did in his debut, hitting 7 3-pointers against the Bulls, was really a statement that he's not just some okay player. Like, this guy has potential to be something special. Maybe not an all-star or superstar, but at least a guy that can contribute in a big way in this league for a long time. If he can be that as a minimum, the Hornets knocked that draft pick out of the park. And I'm really excited to see his growth with this franchise, because this whole adventure of being a Hornets fan is made a lot easier when you have a lottery pick that's killing it. Number 3 in my announcer voice. Speaking of announcers, these two, Ashley and Gerald, are killing it. Eric and Dell are killing it. I had no idea. It never occurred to me the way the Hornets would be presented on television. And it was a pleasant surprise to turn on the first game to see Ashley and Gerald do a very good job in the studio, or on the concourse, I guess technically, and seeing Eric and Dell Curry, who I had no idea did the games, call this game. And then when PJ hit his first 3-pointer of that game, and it was a very exciting game if y'all watched it, where they hit they broke a team record of 3-pointers. Like, these guys were losing their minds. And at that moment, I was like, I made a good decision, like, doing this. So as a former TV person, I really appreciate people on TV that are doing a great job. And so salute to Ashley, Gerald, Eric, and Dell. Y'all killing it. You're making the TV experience even better. And anytime you see an announcer fall out of his chair after a game-winning shot, even better. Number 2, the squad and the staff. I know it's not really technically a moment, but I'm squeezing it into one here because it all comes together. Like I mentioned it before, Borrego relying on the youth of this team. Malik Monk, Miles Bridges here. You have PJ Washington, Devonte Graham, Dwayne Bacon, complemented with the veterans. Like, there's no guaranteed spot for these guys, no matter how much money they're making, which is really all anyone has been able to say about the Hornets is how bad the salary cap situation. I'm glad these guys are playing at such a high level that the narrative has is not just the salary cap situation. It's, oh, by the way, these guys have some really good young players, and the coaching staff has done a great job of putting those players in a position to succeed at a respectable, almost high level. Now, this may sound crazy, but I legitimately think that the Hornets have at least 8 players that can contribute on a major team, like on a team like the Raptors. Like, I can see PJ doing the things that Siakam was doing, or Zeller doing some of the things that Ibaka was doing in the finals, or even, especially Devonte, being able to do the things Fred VanVleet was doing in the finals. Like, there are dogs on this team, and all they're missing is a superstar. And Devonte, if he keeps up this pace, he's on his way to becoming a superstar. But more likely than not, this team needs an all-star, a superstar that can have these other players play in more of a complementary role, because the bones of a really good competitive team are here, and we just need someone to help lead the show a little bit more. My number one Charlotte Hornets moment of 2019, this man right here putting 40 on the Nets in Brooklyn. Now, I don't want to go too crazy here, right? I don't want to say anything that's too nuts, because we've only seen 2 months of this. I know he was a contributor last season when Kemba was here, but I wasn't paying that close attention. I don't think anyone really was. But I need to say that Devonte Graham, with all due respect, has zero business being this good. He's a second round pick. You know, he played under Kemba last year. The team felt it was necessary to pay a lot of money to a replacement point guard when Devonte is here. He, at the same position, and he's given run in the first game of the season and has been pretty much killing it ever since. Like, we've seen some dips in his scoring because no one can, unless you're James Harden, it's hard to keep up that kind of pace. But he put up 40 in a pro game. He's on 19 points a game, 7.5 assists a game, 40% from 3. He's leading the league in minutes played. That is crazy. So salute to James Borrego for giving this guy, for believing in Devonte. Salute to Devonte to taking the most out of this situation and thriving in it. He's the heart and soul of this team, and I think will be the heart and soul of this franchise for a long time. The Hornets have something special going on, and I'm happy to be a small part of it. I know longtime fans have been waiting for something special from this franchise, and we're not there yet at all. But that's in our sights. This team is 2 or 3 years from doing something special if everyone continues on this trajectory. And I just hope that the ownership and the front office do everything they can to hold on to some of these players. But that's way down the line. I'm excited for 2020, what the draft is going to look like, what this team does in free agency, even though there's no one really good in free agency this year. Hopefully they don't spend a lot of money on guys. Do they trade Marvin Williams to a contender? There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of ifs, and a lot of opportunity for this franchise to continue to possibly make a step to no longer be a perennial 11 to 7 seed, and maybe creep up closer to where Boston and where Philly and where Toronto are, hopefully in the next couple of years. We'll see. But that's enough of me. I'm out. Thanks for watching.